Hey guys, so today we are here with Funke and Kule. So basically, we are gonna be doing a random chat. Are you ready, babe? Hello.
Hey, baby. Hey, guys.
Anyways, guys. So first question: How was it like? Getting to know God.
I think just the major fact is just being born in a Christian home because that's just my definition of faith. My faith was orchestrated. So I was born in a Christian home, and so from there I was being trained in a Christian school. So that is how I transitioned to getting closer to God. So I think being born in a Christian home is definitely because my parents go to church every Sunday. So it's just that's what the foundation is. That's how to define it. So I think that's what really helped my relationship with God. And then from there, it now progressed to even the Holy Spirit dealing with me personally, drawing me to God, and then from the things of this world to God. So that's how it all transitioned. So it wasn't like it's not a thing of personal effort, but it's just about the Spirit of God being the orchestrator and also the finisher of my faith. So
That's nice. Another question I had was, we all had our own encounters, right, with God that drew us closer to God, right? But growing up in an African home, it's kind of like a norm for us to always go to church every Sunday and, always pray. Like morning devotion. I don't know if you guys do morning devotion in the house, but where I'm from, and I believe where you are from, you guys do morning devotions,
definitely,
right? So do you think that's a good way to push children to get closer to God? Or do you think that parents in general that pushes their children to God at a very tender young age, do you think they should?
I think my first process is more about because I prayed literally because I remember when I was let into a Christian school, I remember I used to pray exactly the words that my mom prayed. And I use her terms. I don't really know what the term was. I wasn't really understanding what she was talking about because it was more of a local dialect. But I just knew that I've listened to her pray so much that I know her prayers. So I just repeat the same thing.
It's like
so I know when they say
stuck in your head.
Let's share the grace. I know the grace come from what I hear. You can't leave them alone. Because the earlier they start, the earlier they know these things. The earlier they know that they belong somewhere. It is better that they have a foundation that when they get there, because there's a spot of despair. The spot of despair is when the challenges of life comes and they have questions, because when they get to a certain age they will have questions because why? They are constantly reading books online, they are listening to argument, they are listening to both sides, and sometimes they might challenge the side they belong to,